American League back-to-back Cy Young winner Tarik Skubal. The Detroit Tigers do not want to trade Skubal. They want him to pitch for them this year in what is the last year of his contract, but multiple reports say the Tigers are willing to listen to offers, knowing that Scott Boras is Skubal's agent. John Heyman reports the gap between what Skubal wants and what the Tigers have offered is, hello, $250 million. The gap. Wilbon, should the Tigers even be listening to offers for Skubal at the upcoming winter meetings?
Yeah, Tony, they almost have to. You mentioned Scott Boras and you mentioned $250 million. We covered enough baseball long enough ago to even when Scott Boras was relatively new to the game, it's not a threat with Scott Boras. You know, it's not an empty threat. And so you got to take this seriously. I don't know what his specific relationship is with the Tigers brass, but they know whether or not they have any kind of realistic shot at holding on to Skubal. And if you think seriously he's going to walk and you can get something for him, you've got to listen. Whether you do this right now, whether you kick the can down the road a little bit and find out if the price goes up. But yeah, Tone, the Tigers have to listen. He's too valuable. Yeah. He's too good. He could fetch a lot from somebody.
I would love to disagree with you, but you're 100% right. And Scott Boras has a lot to do this, who may or may not be the devil. I watched this happen in Washington with Juan Soto. The Nats made an offer of over $300 million. Scott Boras paid no attention to it, and the next thing you know, Juan Soto was being traded. You have to listen. Look, there's some stuff with Skubal. He's not an everyday player. He's a pitcher, okay? He's had Tommy John surgery. He's had another surgery on his elbow. He's had 2 fantastic seasons, Mike, but the Tigers have to think in the back of their minds, what if the clock is ticking on this guy? What if we can get a starter and a reliever? What if we can get an all-star position player? You have to consider it because Scott Boras almost always takes his players into free agency. He almost never signs them, extends a contract. So, yeah, you know what? It stinks for the Tigers. It does. But you have to listen. Yeah. The only thing that might help them, and it might, if there's a work stoppage in a year and a half or in 2 years, whatever that is, 2027, I guess, maybe another team doesn't want him because why are you giving him a lot of money if he can't play because there's a work stoppage? Let's take a break.